You are now witnessing the 39th live coverage and watch along on the Indus Corner podcast. You already know who it is. It's your host, the legend Todd Finney himself. Y'all know what the slogan is, no BS boxing. And tonight, I am covering Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker. This fight is in Saudi Arabia. I am using a new microphone, so anybody tuned in, if you can hear me, drop a comment. Let me know if you can hear me correctly. It's the day of reckoning. It's been a crazy card, man, crazy undercard. From the beginning to now, this card was stacked. I do think it was some bad matchmaking for sure, though. Like we had a lot of first round stoppages. So I'm gonna just wait till some people get in here, and if you can hear me correctly, then I'm gonna keep the show going. If not, then I'm just gonna have to end it. Like I said, I am using a new headset. So Wilder and Joseph Parker, they looked each other dead in the eyes, So it looks like we're in for a fight, but I just believe that this fight is going to end early. I got Deontay Wilder by stoppage. Deontay Wilder, he's been inactive for over a year, and Joseph Parker, he's already fought 3 times this year. So this is his 4th fight this year. So he's definitely been active, and Wilder hasn't. So it's a little bit of concern, but I just don't think he'll be able to take Wilder's right hand. So round 1 is starting. Wilder looks tall. He's jumping around. The link is in the comment section if anybody wants to join. Wilder looks real skinny too. I know he's like 213 pounds, but he just looks thin. Jab by Wilder, nothing landed. And if I'm not mistaken, I see you got somebody tuned in. Hey, whoever's tuned in, if you can hear me correctly, drop a comment. Let me know if you can hear me. Man, Wilder looks tall, man. He looks tall and skinny, man. He got some shorts on. They real shiny. So who's ever tuned in, if you can hear me correctly, drop a comment. Neither guy's really doing anything in this round. Just like a feel like round. Neither guy's really throwing any punches. Yeah, but in the last fight we had Dimitri Bivol versus Alter. It was an easy fight. Bivol, he dominated that fight. It's just that he doesn't have any power. That's the only thing with Dimitri Bivol. He just doesn't have any power. Wilder is just using his footwork, just constantly moving around the ring, but he's not really throwing any punches. And it looks like Parker's walking forward while Wilder's like just using his footwork, moving around. So definitely not what I expected. But Wilder also could be trying to shake off some ring rust. He's only had 1 KO in in a year, so just 1 round. So definitely not active. So maybe he wants to get some rounds in, before he goes in there against Joshua. Because they have been saying Wilder and Joshua is scheduled for March 9th. So assuming both guys win. Again, anybody tuned in, if you can hear me correctly, drop a comment. Because I am using a new headset, and I never used this headset before, so I just want to make sure y'all can hear me. So whoever's tuned in, drop a comment. Let me know that you can hear me correctly. My guy, Lavelle Jackson in the building. Who shout out to Lavelle Jackson? Hey, Vel, man. If you can hear me, man, drop a one in the comment section. Because I'm using a new microphone, using a new headset. So I just want to make sure that you can hear me before I keep it moving. So again, if you could hear me correctly, drop a comment, put a one in the comment. All right, it's a go. It's a go. Yeah, I was concerned. Like I said, I got the last headset I was using it broke, so I'm using the new one. I just want to make sure everything was working cool. He said, "What up, though? Happy for Daniel Du Bois." Yeah, man. I'm gonna admit on camera, man. I was wrong in my prediction. I was going for Big Baby Miller. But with Big Baby, man, he's been off the PEDs, so those PEDs definitely worn off. He's big guy, man, 330 something pounds. So it's probably, at this level, it's probably just hard for him to, be that big and, to go a full, 10 rounds or 12 rounds, whatever, how many rounds it was. It's probably just hard for him to, go that many rounds, at a top level. So I hate that it happened. He blew his shot against, Anthony Joshua, a few years ago. He blew his shot, against a title. He blew a shot. He blew a shot against, Big Payday. But that's all out the window. That's going to be hard for him to, fight at the, top level. But we're in round two now. Round one wasn't nothing really effective in that round. I can't really score round one. Like I said, neither guy really did much. Jospeh Parker just threw a big right hook and he missed. Jab to the body by Jospeh Parker. Wilder with a double jab. Joe Joyce put drop Parker with a big hook. So, I'm sure Wilder will get him out of there easily. But like I said, I just believe Wilder is trying to, get that ring rust off, shake that ring rust off since, he hasn't fought in a year. Ooh, nice, straight jab by Wilder. Ooh, nice, straight right hand thrown by Jospeh Parker. Hey Vel, man, if you still tuned in, man, what's your thoughts on the whole card though, man? This card, pretty much every fight was a stoppage except the last one, which was Dimitri Bivol. But the whole card pretty much got all stoppages. So I'm looking at it like it was bad matchmaking because none of those fights were really competitive. Jospeh Parker throwing a lot of shots to the body, both guys in the clinch. And I kind of got a thought in my head, maybe Wilder just taking it a little easy because if he knocked Parker out cold, let's say like the second round, the third round, then like that might scare AJ just a little bit, and the fight might not happen. But it's saying that they're scheduled for March 9th. If both guys win, you know what I mean. So Wilder's definitely using his footwork a lot, in these first two rounds, circling the ring. Another straight right hand to the body by Jospeh Parker. Double jab by Jospeh Parker. So far, it's hard to say who I give these rounds to. Maybe I'll give round two to Parker. And round one, I couldn't really call round one. Like I said, neither guy really did much. Like I said, man, this whole card pretty much had all stoppages. Frank Sanchez, he got a stoppage. Matt Mudov, he got stopped early, and I was high on him. I know he turned pro real late, but he was real robotic. Took a lot of shots to the body. So Yeah, I was definitely wrong with my prediction with Big Baby Miller. Big Baby Miller was stopped by Daniel Dubois. And it's funny how Big Baby was saying Dubois was a quitter. And, Dubois stopped him. So they're showing the replay. Yeah, Joseph Parker landed a nice shot to the body. So round 3 is starting. Looks like Ryder's starting to open up a little more. Ooh, big left hook by Joseph Parker. Both guys in the clinch. My boxing nephew in the building, Chris G. He said Wilder lost both rounds so far. Like Chris and Val, man, the link is in the comments if you guys want to join. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Chris. It was hard. It's really hard for me to call it because, like I said, Wilder didn't really do much in that first round. So, but Chris said my boxing nephew says Wilder lost both rounds so far. Like I said, Wilder's definitely using a lot of footwork. Using his footwork, double jabbing. Parker with a nice one too, but both shots missed. Uh, Parker landed another shot to the body. Ooh, big right hook thrown by Joseph Parker. Both guys in the clinch. Jab by Wilder. Wilder tried to catch Parker coming in. Oh, nice fast jab thrown by Wilder. Nothing really effective. Ooh, Joseph Parker landed a nice clean shot. Both guys starting to go at it, but they're in the clinch. It looks like Wilder stumbled back into the ropes a little bit. That was kind of shocking to see. I would probably give round 3 to Joseph Parker. Ooh, big hook thrown by Parker. Looked like it landed on the side of Wilder's head. So I'll give round 3 to Joseph Parker. So salute to my boxing nephew Chris G. Salute to my guy Val Jackson. He put a 1 in the comment section. So it's a go. It's a go. Again, and if you're not subscribed to Last Ones at the Bar, definitely subscribe to that channel, man. Last Ones at the Bar. I'm always putting in work with those guys, man. Awesome podcast. They go live pretty much, every week. So you could always expect for them to do an episode. And shout out to G5, the Goodfellas, man. Awesome podcast, man. The Goodfellas, G5, Jeff TV, Last Ones at the Bar, man. If you're not subscribed to those channels, definitely subscribe. Devin Haney's in the building, man. He looks big. All right, so round 4 is starting. He said Wilder using his footwork, constantly struggling. Ooh, Parker came in with a big right hook. Wilder starting to let his hands go, but he didn't follow up with anything. It looked like he was going to go in for the kill. Like I said, he just threw like 2 shots, but didn't do anything else. Ooh, ooh, oh. Looks like they starting to go at it this round. Both guys in the clinch. Looks like Parker's landing like the big right hooks in this fight. Left hook, right hook. Wilder hit Parker in the clinch. So it seems like when Parker comes in, Wilder starts clinching. Jab to the body by Joseph Parker. Both guys in the clinch. Jab by Wilder, but he missed. Double jab by Wilder. Joseph Parker with another big hook, but they in the clinch. It seems like every time Parker tries to unload, both guys go in the clinch. But Parker's got some pop too, because if you look at his last couple fights, he's got his last 3 fights he won, and I think 2 of those fights he got stoppages. So Parker got some pop too. Parker threw a combo, but Wilder got out of it. Now Wilder's in the second ring, and he threw a big 1-2. But to me, Parker has to fight close, because if he gives Wilder that space, all it takes is Wilder, a nice 1-2, and he can end this fight. I would probably give that round to Parker. Anthony Joshua backstage, he looking like tense. He looking worried a little bit. He's getting his hands wrapped. Did you guys see when Big Baby was doing all this trash talking at Anthony Joshua? To me, it kind of didn't make sense, because he, like I said earlier, he blew his shot. He blew his chance years ago, like for being on PEDs. So, and like I said, his reign, as far as making a decent comeback, I think is over. Since he got stopped. He got stopped for the first time. He got his first loss, but he actually got stopped. He didn't lose by decision. So, like saying being 333 some pounds, man, I think it'll be tough for him, to lose a lot of pounds to get in better shape. So I think his run, as far as being like his run, climbing back up the ladder, I think that's pretty much over. So we are in round 5. So the scorecard, they got Wilder winning, they got Parker winning. Yeah, they got Parker winning on the scorecards. I don't know if it's official or unofficial, but it don't say unofficial. But on these scorecards, they got Joseph Parker winning. Jab to the body by Joseph Parker. Wilder jumping around using his footwork. Another jab to the body by Parker, but it didn't really land. Wilder's keeping his distance. And that's the perfect thing for him to land, those big 1-2s, but he's not really throwing those 1-2s. Jab by Joseph Parker, he missed. Double jab by Wilder. Parker landed. He threw a nice three-piece combination. Both guys fighting in the clinch. Ooh, nice big left foot landed by Joseph Parker. Both guys in the clinch. It's like I said, it's like every time Parker unloads, they get in the clinch. You know what I think is how I think Parker's gonna win, the rounds until he gets clipped by something big. That's just how I see it playing out. He's gonna win rounds until he gets clipped by something big. Wilder throwing a couple jabs, both of them miss. Jab to the body by Joseph Parker. Parker threw a nice straight right hand, but he missed. Both guys in the clinch. Parker threw a nice straight right hand at the end of that round. So I like the trailer. The trailer to this fight is a nice trailer with the zombies and everything. So they're showing the replay. There's nothing really effective, but it looks like both guys got into an exchange, but it was nothing really serious. Parker threw a nice shot to the body. Ooh, Parker landed a nice straight right hand and hit Water on the ear. My guy Aquib in the building says, "Yo, who shout out to Aquib, man? Appreciate you tuning in, man. Me and Aquib been talking a lot off camera, man. Like Aquib's over there in the UK. Who shout out to Aquib tuning in, man. Like Aquib, man. This card, man. Like this whole card, a lot of stoppages. It's been crazy, man. I've been glued to the TV all day. So we are halfway in the fight now. We are in round 6. I'm kind of shocked, to be honest. Double jab by Wilder. Everybody tuned in. If you haven't tuned in before, definitely hit that subscribe button. Nice shot to the body by Joseph Parker. Both guys fighting in the clinch. So, hey, Queer, give me your thoughts. Do you I'm gonna get to your comment in a second, but give me your thoughts. Do you think Wilder is just trying to shake some ring rust off, or do you think Joseph Parker is a legitimate threat to him? Because Wilder hasn't fought once this year, and this is Parker's 4th fight this year. So Parker's like really been putting that work in, getting those rounds in. Wilder hasn't fought, in the year. He's only fought 1 round in the year. So Parker has like the advantages on his side, going into this fight, you know what I'm saying? And he's younger. So do you think Wilder can easily land that right hand, or do you think he's just trying to like shake some ring rust off? Like, give me your thoughts on that. Parker with another straight hand, not effective. Ooh, Wilder landing a nice shot, just a one shot. Oh, Wilder starting to let them hands go now. Like if Wilder keeps that up, I think it's night. Jab to the body by Joseph Parker. It's like both guys threw a punch at the same time and like their arms touched. Jab by Wilder. Got 50 seconds in round 6. Ooh, Parker with a nice big hook. left hook, but Wilder pushed him off. Uh-oh, Wilder's throwing those 1-2s now. Wilder threw 2 1-2s. Both guys, fighting in the clinch. Parker laughing. That's what I'm saying. If Parker gets Wilder his space, that gives him the chance to throw those 1-2s. But if he comes in, then Wilder can't really do anything. So he can't let Wilder have that distance. Ooh, nice straight right hand thrown by Parker, but he missed. Wilder was getting ready to throw that right hand, but both guys in the clinch, fighting in the clinch now. Let me get in the comments. Aquis says, for real, man, I got Parker every round. Yeah, to me, Parker's winning the fight. Parker's definitely winning the fight. Aquis says, Wilder looks like he's just looking for the knockout. You can see in certain exchanges, Wilder is lost and doesn't know what to do. I think if Wilder land that right hand, it would be later when Parker is tired. Fats. And it's a heavyweight fight. Those guys gas out easier, to gas out a lot faster. It's the big boy division, you know what I'm saying? So I believe Parker will get tired, but it's nothing Wilder has really done to slow Parker down. And I just got a text message saying Wilder better step it up. Yeah, so Chris G in the comment section, my boxing nephew, Aquib, myself, and other people text me all got Parker winning this fight. So that's four people, that I'm talking to. That's all giving it to Joseph Parker. But like I said, I just believe the right hand will land because that right hand, that power ain't going away. We seen it in the first fight with Tyson Fury. All the way to the 12th round, and then Wilder finally put Tyson Fury down. So that power isn't going away. No time in this fight. So we are in round 7. And the scorecards, they got Parker winning 60-54. So yeah, like everybody tune in, man. Just drop your round by round predictions every round, Do you think Parker won the round? Do you think Wilder won the round? Drop them, predictions round by round. Parker was throwing a lot of shots, and like I said, the Wilder's, throwing shots back when they got in the exchange. And Wilder's definitely using his footwork a lot more. But we can see that when he fought Robert Helenius, you could see that he was using his footwork. Unfortunately, that fight ended in the first round. But it looked like Wilder's starting to using his footwork a little more. Wilder's usually the guy that, just throws those 1-2s and gets you straight out of there. But it looks like he's just, definitely using a lot of footwork like we've never seen him use before. So I don't know if that's something, he's worked on with Malik Scott. Jab to the body by Joseph Parker. Jab by Wilder. Big shot thrown by Joseph Parker. It was like kind of like a right hook going down. Ooh, big shot thrown by Joseph Parker, and it landed clean. Big shot. Oh, nice uppercut thrown by Wilder. Man, that was a big shot. That was probably the biggest shot in this fight. I'm sure they're going to show the replay of that. That was big. Big Joseph Parker do a big shot at the end of that round. All right. Aquid says Wilder's boxing ability is really showing to be low level. Yeah, he's never really had skills like that. You know, he's never really had skills. You know, he just got that power, man, that one hitter quitter power. He just got that right hand. It's always effective for him. So, you know, he relies on that so much throughout his career, you know. But everybody always say that Wilder doesn't really have the best boxing skills, you know. So Aquib says 5-1 for Parker. So Aquib just gave Wilder pretty much one round in this fight. Aquib says right hand, Rottweiler. Yeah, that was a big shot, man. That was a big shot. Joseph Parker definitely landed the biggest shots in this fight. Let me send this link out real quick. I don't want to miss anything since I'm live. You know, sometimes you can like look away and then the fight's over. So we are in round 8. So I'll be honest. I'm wrong in my prediction. I thought this would have been over in like 3 rounds. I thought Wilder would got Joseph Parker out in like under 6 rounds. So I'm definitely wrong in my predictions for a couple of these fights. You know, I had Miller stopping Daniel Dubois. That didn't happen. Dubois stopped Miller, and I had Wilder knocking out Parker in under 6 rounds, probably like 3 rounds at best. And that has not happened. And we are in round 8, so we are halfway through the fight. You know, Tyson Fury is the only boxer to, you know, take Wilder the distance. You know, he went the distance with Wilder in the first fight, and Stavern as well. You know, in their first fight. So it's only been a couple boxers that took Wilder to the you know, the distance. Ooh, Joseph Parker came in with a big shot. Wilder landed a nice uppercut. Both guys landing big shots now, fighting in the clinch. And I'm not hearing what's going on in between rounds, so you guys definitely got to keep me posted on what's being said. Like, what is Malik Scott telling Wilder in between rounds? And if I'm not mistaken, Wilder also has Stavern's coach in his corner. I don't know his name, but I just remember seeing him in Stavern's corner. So it's like Wilder's got his coach too. I think he may be a second assistant, like, or a cutman. I'm not sure. Parker landed a shot to the body, shot to the face. Wilder, you know, jumping around, jabbing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Joseph, ooh. Joseph Parker got Wilder hurt. Ooh, Wilder's on stumbling legs. Ooh. I can't believe this is happening. Ooh, Joseph Parker's landing bombs. But Wilder's got heart, man. We seen this. We seen this in the first Luis Ortiz fight. Wilder's definitely got heart. Oh, I am shocked. Well, Wilder's definitely got heart. But he was definitely on shaky legs. Wow. Uh, I think I read that one already. Aquid says Wilder hurt. Wow, I am shocked. I am shocked. Ooh, it's showing the replay. Joseph Parker was landing bombs. Wilder was still trying to fight back, though. He was definitely trying to fight back. You see Wilder still throwing, but it was a little sloppy exchange, but Parker was trying to go in for the kill. Wow, I am shocked. I did not expect this. So Parker threw he's throwing bombs, man. But a lot of the last shots that he threw was nothing really clean. But Wilder's got the heart. We seen Wilder hurt in the first Luis Ortiz fight, and he came back and stopped Luis Ortiz. So Wilder definitely got heart, man. So you got to give him that. Definitely got to give him that. So we are in round 9. That round was definitely Joseph Parker. Jab to the body by Joseph Parker. Ooh, nice 2-piece landed by Joseph Parker. It was like a left hook and a right hook. And we also got to understand that Wilder is also older. You know what I mean? You throw that in there. He's a little older. He only had one round and a whole year. While Joseph Parker's been active, like I mentioned earlier. So, like I said, it's certain things that play in the Joseph Parker's favor in this, in this fight. The activity. Joseph Parker's definitely been busy. Had 3 fights this year. He's younger, so he's got, like I say, man, he's got some things working in his favor in this fight. Oh, big, another big shot landed by Joseph Parker. It was like a left hook, but Wilder was leaning on the ropes. Now they're off the ropes, back in the center of the ring. Just about a minute left in round 9. Both guys not doing much now. So I hate that. I gotta ask because we don't know how to fight. We still got a few rounds left. So I have to ask, what do you guys think? Parker's winning. Parker is winning this fight. If it goes to the decision, do they give it to Wilder because everybody wants Wilder and Joshua, or does Parker win? Like, give me your honest thoughts and your honest opinion. Joseph Parker's winning the fight, but if it goes to the decision, do they rob Parker and give it to Wilder because of boxing politics? Oh, Wilder landed a nice big right hook at the end of that round. Aquis says Wilder hurt. I think I read that one. He says, I really want Wilder to win because if he doesn't, the AJ fight is in jeopardy. Yeah, that's what I was saying, man. That's what I was saying. Give me a second, man. Give me a second. All right, my fault, my fault. So we are in round 10. So we got almost 30 seconds left in round 10. But yeah, Aquid, man, to follow up what you said, I was more concerned about that with Joshua and Otto Wallin. I was saying Otto Wallin is a good fighter for Joshua, and I think he could mess up the plans, from Wilder or Joshua, happening on March 9th. But it looks like Joseph Parker is definitely putting that fight in jeopardy from what we're seeing now. And we are, like I said, round 10 is about to be over. So we got, we're about to have two rounds left in this fight. Wilder with a nice 1-2. Ooh, big hook caught Wilder coming in. But like I said, Wilder's power doesn't go away like we seen in the first Fury fight. Because Wilder put Fury down in the 12th round. So his power definitely does not go away. So like everybody tuned in, man. If Joseph Parker wins, on points, do they rob him and give the fight to Wilder because of boxing politics? Drop your comments. So they got the scorecard, Richie Woodhall's scorecard. He's got Parker winning 98-93. We are in round 11. So Wilder's got 2 rounds to change the pace in this fight. 2 rounds. I just got a text. It's not good for Wilder. Yeah. So all the texts, all the messages, the comments in the comment section. I have not seen anybody give Wilder this fight so far. And I was rooting for Wilder. I was rooting for Wilder to win. But like I said earlier, man, Parker just has so many advantages in his favor going into the fight. But I just felt that he couldn't avoid that right hand. We got a minute and 30 seconds left in round 11. Ooh, Parker with another Parker's throwing some big hooks. He's coming in, he's coming in throwing these hooks. Ooh, Wilder caught Jospeh Parker coming in. That's another thing. Where Parker's swinging these wild shots, Wilder could clip him, coming in. So a minute left in round 12. Wilder 1-2, but nothing really effective. Ooh, looks like Wilder stumbled a little bit. Like Parker landed a body shot. Jab by Parker, jab by Wilder. Wilder with another 1-2, nothing effective. Both guys in the clinch. Ten seconds left in round 11. So we got 1 round left in the fight. So Aquid, if Parker wins tonight, let's just say Waddle loses, AJ wins. Let's just throw that out there for now. Does the fight still happen on March 9th? Because they were saying this fight was already scheduled for March 9th, and we haven't even got past these fights yet. So I kind of didn't get it. But if Parker wins tonight, does AJ and Waddle still happen? I mean, it's still the fight that all the fans wanted. So even if Wilder loses, I can see it still happening. Now, is Wilder going to try to come out and just land that right hand? If he doesn't, this would be, I believe, the third opponent that Wilder goes to decision with. Ooh, Parker landed a big shot. Now Wilder and Parker are trading. Wilder's throwing he's throwing chopping shots, like he's chopping down a tree. Yeah, Wilder's trying to let his hands go now. Wilder throwing a lot of 1-2s, smacking shots. Both guys in the clinch. Wilder's trying to throw that 1-2. You can see he's trying. Ooh, Parker landed a big shot. Wilder was coming in, and Parker landed the shot. A lot of clinching in this fight. So that clinching definitely, in the heavyweight division, that clinching definitely takes a lot out of you. Wilder threw a big shot and he missed. It looks like he's gassed though. Like I said, all that clinching, when you're a heavyweight and you do all that clinching, all that leaning, all that holding, it wears you down. It takes a lot out of you. Wilder throwing 1-2s. Oh, he's coming in. Oh. Parker coming back strong, throwing body shots, pushing Wilder back. Both guys, to me, are showing signs of, being fatigued. Like I said, a lot of clenching, a lot of holding, leaning. So they're showing signs of fatigue. Jab landed on clean jab by Joseph Parker. Like Wilder's trying to go in for the kill, but like I said, it's just too much clenching, too much leaning. Wilder's throwing smacking shots. We got 50 seconds left in round 12. Yeah, Joseph Parker's definitely gassed, man. He's got his hands on the ropes like he's finished. Ooh, Joseph Parker with a nice straight right hand. 30 seconds left in round 12. Both guys in the clinch. It's a lot of clinching, man. Wow. So this fight is about to be over. Deontay Wilder and Joseph Parker fight to a decision. Another wrong prediction for me tonight. So I just got a text. Wilder did not look sharp at all. Lost every round. Was sad to see. Now, like I said, man, he's older. He only had 1 round in 1 year, so he's inactive. Been inactive. He's older, and Joseph Parker, like I said, he's fought 3 times this year. This is his 4th fight, so he had the youth and he had the activity this year. So Parker, like I said, man, Parker had a lot of things playing in his favor tonight. So I did not expect this fight to go this way, but hey, we all got to be honest. Joseph Parker won this fight. Now let's hear the decision. My guy Bill Jackson says if both Wilder and Jospeh lose tonight, they can still fight. Laughing out loud. Facts. I mean, both losers, and they can still fight. And at the end of the day, it's still a big money fight, and everybody still wanted to see it. So of course, everybody's still going to watch it. But from what we all seen tonight, Deontay Wilder did not win this fight. You hearing it from me. I've watched it. Everybody in the comment section gave their thoughts. People are texting me. Deontay Wilder did not win this fight. Yeah, I mean, I should have said this at the beginning. Well, Richie Woodhall's scorecards, he got 117 for Parker and 112 to Wilder. Who shout out to Uzi L for subbing to the channel, and huge shout out to Izzy Turner, Izzy No Time Turner. If you're not following him on Facebook or Instagram, definitely give him a follow. He's a boxer. He's got a pro fight coming up February in Maryland at the Hanover, Maryland at the casino there. So definitely give him a follow, Izzy Turner. So they're showing the replay. Parker was landing the best shots. Wilder was throwing shots like he was chopping down the tree, man. Scotty 70 in the building. Who shout out to Scotty 70, man? My guy. He says Wilder should retire. He's done. You see all the comments in here. Nobody is giving Wilder this fight. Scotty, I'll say this. I said it earlier. I don't know if he was tuned in earlier, but I said Parker had all the advantages in his favor. He's fought 3 times this year. He's younger, and Wilder only had 1 round in a whole year. So he was rusty. He's older. You know what I mean? And Parker, he's just been busy this year. So he had a lot of rounds in. He had a lot of experience this year. So that gave him, a lot of advantages. But of course, the odds had Wilder winning because Wilder's got that right hand power, man. I'm just waiting on them to announce the decision. I mean, we all know who won, but I'm just going to see if the judges get it right despite the politics of boxing. And Wilder recently changed trainers. He changed trainers after his loss to Tyson Fury in the rematch. He went from Breland to Malik Scott, and he beat Malik Scott. Let's not get that twisted. He beat Malik Scott, and Malik Scott is his trainer. So that's just odd. And plus, when he fought Fury in the trilogy, he got knocked out. The second fight he got stopped on his feet, but in the trilogy he got knocked out, and this was with Malik Scott. Yep, they got it right. Joseph Parker won. Joseph Parker wins. So Wilder has officially lost to Tyson Fury, and he has lost to Joseph Parker. So the politics of boxing did not win. I'm kind of shocked, to be honest, man. I'm very shocked. Hats off to Joseph Parker. He won. He won tonight, and they gave the decision to the right guy. So hats off to them. But what does this mean for March 9th? Everybody tuned in. What does this mean for March 9th? So Wilder loses tonight. Big Baby Miller, he gets stopped for the first time. So, like I said earlier, man, I was wrong in my predictions. Definitely wrong in my predictions tonight. And Scotty 70, do you say Wilder's done? He's retired. Do you think this has to be? Do you think he looked bad as he did tonight because he was inactive? Do you think this falls on Malik Scott as his trainer? We always said Wilder didn't have the best boxing skills. So, like, why do you feel Wilder should retire? Do you think he's older? Do you think he relies on the right hand too much? Do you think it's his trainer? Like, drop your comments on that, man. I'm shocked, man. I gotta say, I'm shocked. But hats off to Joseph Parker, man. Like I said, the right man won. He definitely won. Deontay Wilder did not win this fight at all. So I just got a text. I guess Ryder and AJ is not happening in March. I don't know. I don't know. I know that's the fight the fans want. I know it's still a big money fight because Wilder's taking what 3 losses now. He lost twice to Fury and lost to Joseph Parker. So that's 3 losses. And Anthony Joshua has 3 losses. You know, he lost to Usyk twice and he lost to Andy Ruiz. So both guys got 3 losses. So they would be going into that fight, you know, with 3 losses. So I mean, I still want to see it. And plus, you know, being in those wars with Tyson Fury could have taken a lot out of Wilder. Yes, he got the first round KO over Hellenius, but we didn't see enough in that fight. That was just a one round fight, so we didn't see enough. Scotty 70 says, I think age at 38 and some heavy punishment has caught up with him. That's a good point. Definitely a good point. And they're showing the replay of the fight. Parker's definitely landed all the big shots. Yeah, I'm shocked, man. I'm shocked. I may cover the main event. I may not, man. Almost an hour strong. You know, I was getting on with the thought that this fight was going to be over early, and then you know we'll probably been on the AJ Otto Wallin fight. But like I said, man, I was wrong in my prediction. You know, as a hardcore boxing fan, we are wrong in our predictions. So where does Joseph Parker go from here? He's talking now. I don't know what he's saying. If you guys can tell me what he's saying, like where does Parker go from here? Who does he want next? It's funny how Parker was stopped by Joe Joyce, who's robotic, who's slow, and Wilder's definitely faster than Joe Joyce. But like I said, man, Parker's just been on a mission this year. Wilder's talking now. I'm not sure what's being said, but I'm shocked, man. Give me a second, guys. All right. I just had to tune in and see what Wilder said for a second. And that's another thing we gotta understand. You know, Wilder, he's hats off to him for what he done in his career, man. We can't take anything away from him. You know, he started late. He started what, like 21 or something like that. He started late. You know, he started late and he climbed up the ladder, and he did it for his daughter. You know, he had a real sick daughter, and he became champion. You know, he had a lot of successful title defenses. So we can't take anything away from Wilder. You know, to do what he's done in his career at the late age that he started, we can't take anything away from him. Like I said, man, just that ring rust, I think really affected him. And like Scotty 70 said in the comments, man, he's been in some wars, man. He's been in some wars with Tyson Fury. And I just got a text saying the same thing. Those Tyson Fury fights, took a lot out of him. And a lot of people were saying that too about Tyson Fury, when he fought Francis Ngannou, they were saying, some people were saying that Fury didn't take training seriously, or some people were saying that, those wars with Wilder probably took a lot out of him. So let me get this comment. Scotty 70 says, man, it's just ask Wilder straight about retirement. Wow. What did he say? He's still talking now, but like I said, I don't have it turned up. I mean, why would it be asking about retirement when we still need to see AJ and Wilder? So, but this 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 kind of sets back everything, in my opinion. Right now we got to see what happens with AJ and Otto Wallin, because Otto Wallin is a good competitor. You know, he gave Tyson Fury one hell of a fight. And you know, Wilder also was light for this fight. You know, 213, so he was real light for this fight. Man, while we on a little break, like I said, I may cover the main event. I may not. Like, I've been on an hour strong, solo dolo. Appreciate everybody in the comments. Appreciate Scotty. Salute to Scotty. Salute to Val Jackson. Again, if you ain't subscribed, the last ones at the bar, definitely subscribe to the channel. Salute to my guy Aquib. Uh, Salute to my boxing nephew Chris G. But yeah, as far as some other boxing news, Javante Tank Davis, he just bought like a housing development in Baltimore. And from what I'm seeing and from what I understand, I don't have all the details, but for what I understand, that those houses caught on fire, just like somebody set the place on fire. So like I said, I don't have all the full details yet, but sometimes when you make moves, sometimes when you make big moves, it's best to just keep it low key. It's best to just keep it low key, because all of a sudden Tank buys this housing complex in Baltimore, and try to get it rebuilt and turn it into new apartments and everything. All of a sudden it gets burned. So it looks like somebody just don't like that he's doing that, or maybe he's got some haters. I don't know. But yeah, Javante Tank Davis had bought some housing development, some apartment complex or housing complex in Baltimore, and then it got caught on fire. So it looks like somebody was definitely behind that. But again, man, sometimes when you make moves, it's best to just keep silent about it. Yeah, if you guys heard anything about that, definitely give me your thoughts on that. Also, Jamel Charlo, he's been in the news recently. He went to jail for a domestic situation against his wife, and the bad thing about it is they have an audio clip about him bragging about it. Now, Jamel is one of my favorite fighters. Yes, he looked bad in the fight against Canelo. He didn't really engage with Canelo, so he's getting a lot of heat for this. People are saying that you didn't fight Canelo, you were just in there for a check, but you got the biggest payday of your career probably, but you out here, beating on your wife, and he's actually has a clip about him bragging about it. So it hasn't been looking good for both Charlo brothers lately, man. Jamal just got back in the ring after 2.5 years, and he looked good. He looked good, against Jose Benavidez, but he still didn't look 100%. So I still have to see some more fights. Jamal, hopefully we can see him, in the ring maybe a few times for 2024. But in that fight against Jose Benavidez, he definitely didn't look 100%. But hats off to him, for getting the victory. Yeah, so it's definitely been a lot going on with the Charlos, man. A lot of situations going on with their girlfriends or wives. So yeah, this isn't good for Jamel. I wonder what happens with him going forward. Do I think he would get fights in the future? Of course. We've seen Tank Davis in this situation a few times. We've seen a video of Tank grabbing a lady at a basketball game and choking her and taking her out of the venue. I believe this is his baby mama. I'm not sure. And Tank is probably one of the biggest pay-per-view stars right now. And before he fought Hector Garcia, there was a domestic situation with him. You know what I mean? And then the girl came out and changed her story. So do I think that this situation will change Jamel from getting any fights in the future? Absolutely not. But I do think that he's definitely going to take a lot of heat for this, and that the fans are definitely going to be looking at him in a different way, though. And I seen if you I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with Blue Blood Sports. You know, he did some videos on it. You know, he was talking about the situation. He said he's not even giving, you know, Jamel his props, you know, because he's got 4 daughters, you know, and it's wrong, you know, to put your hands on a lady. So, and then he had another video where he was talking about the Tank, you know, the Tank buying the, you know, the housing complex. But Tank's been in this situation too. But I didn't watch that full video, so I don't know if he mentioned anything about Tank's, you know, domestic disputes and all that. But yeah, Blue Blood definitely took a shot at, you know, Jamel, but I didn't see him giving the same treatment to, you know, Tank Davis. But like I said, this is not a shot at Blue Blood, man. He's got a huge channel, man, a lot of subs. So huge shout out to Blue Blood, you know, doing his thing. And another thing, I watched, you know, the card, the last Showtime card. Robert Guerrero and Andre Bordeaux had a fight, and Andre Berto, you know, he tried to get his redemption, but he came up short. And, you know, Robert the Ghost Guerrero won. And they had a thing that shot me that he called out Teron Boots Ennis. Man, that's crazy. Uh Conrad Botson in the building. Who shout out to Conrad Botson? Conrad, man, what's good, man? I know we've been talking off camera, man, but give me your thoughts on the fight, man, on what you just witnessed between, you know, Deontay Wilder and Joseph Parker. You know, the whole card, you know, was pretty stacked. I do think it was bad matchmaking in some of these fights because we had a lot of first round stoppages, but I was wrong in my prediction, man. Conrad, I was wrong with Big Baby Miller against Daniel Dubois. I thought Big Baby would stop Dubois, but you know Dubois made Dubois, you know, stop Big Baby. So you know, I've been wrong in a couple of my predictions, you know, tonight, man. Conrad Boxer says, "Man, I'm a bit sad to see Wilder's story end like this. Yeah, but hey, Conrad, we gotta keep it a stack, man. I thought boxing politics would definitely have robbed Joseph Parker, but you know they got it right. They got it right. You know, I know this might, you know, derail the plans between Wilder and you know Anthony Joshua. I don't know. We'll just have to see it going forward. But yeah, boxing, you know, boxing is a business at the end of the day, and it's a lot of politics. But the politics did not win tonight. Joseph Parker he got the victory. He won. He won pretty much all the rounds. He was landing the bigger shots. So yeah, it was definitely sad to see. But you know, Wilder is older. You know, he started you know boxing late. But like I said, we can't take anything away from him. You know, he's got heart. He's became champion. You know, he's had a lot of successful title defenses. You know, he's been in 3 wars with Tyson Fury. I believe that took a lot out of him. And you know, he's older. You know, he only fought 1 round in a year, and Joseph Parker, you know, fought a lot of times this year. So Joseph Parker was definitely had all the advantages. Um, Conrad Boxer said, but he was terrible. Yeah, he was using his footwork a lot. You know, he was constantly circling. He was circling, you know, Joseph Parker, and I was kind of shocked to see that. It seemed like to me that Wilder would have been the one walking Joseph Parker down, but it looked like Joseph Parker was, you know, chasing Wilder and walking Wilder down, and Wilder was just using a lot of footwork. And a lot of time when they got us into when Joseph Parker would let his hands go, then they started clenching. So it just seemed like every time Joseph Parker tried to come in and do some work, they got into a clinch. So yeah, that fight did not go the way I expected. But at the end of the day, they got the decision right. So I'm happy for Joseph Parker. You know, I'm wondering what's going to happen with him going forward. But yeah, as I was saying, Robert Guerrero called out Jerron Boots Ennis. Now, that's one thing I don't get. Why is Robert the Ghost Guerrero calling out Boots? Boots has the most power in the welterweight division. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get why Guerrero would be calling out Boots. Maybe it's for the payday. Um, maybe if Boots can't get like you know, we know that Spence and Crawford are supposed to have a rematch. We haven't heard anything about that. We haven't heard any dates. Um, Thurman and Stanionis was supposed to fight, but we didn't hear anything about that. So we still got Keith Thurman, we still got Stanionis. Virgil Ortiz is fighting next month, but at 154 pounds. Now, if Virgil Ortiz wins, and I'm sure he will, could we get a Jaron Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz? Like sometime in the spring or in the summer. For 2024. Now that's a pay-per-view fight right there. That is definitely a pay-per-view fight. But if the only way I would entertain Boots versus Guerrero is if Boots can't find anybody, like if Boots can't get a fight between like Thurman or Stanionis or even Rashidi Ellis. Yes, Rashidi Ellis lost to Ramon Veal, but a lot of people thought that Rashidi Ellis won that fight. So if Boots can't get like a Rashidi Ellis, a Keith Thurman, or if he can't get Virgil Ortiz, like let's just say like next spring or next summer, then I don't have a problem with saying him versus Robert Guerrero. I mean that's easy work for him, and that's easy work, and that's a easy payday. To me, Robert the Ghost Guerrero just obviously he just wants a payday. There's nothing that he can do to Boots at 40 years old and only having one fight and winning against Andre Berto in years. So it's stupid, man. Conrad Batts said, do you think his confidence is gone after he got killed? Conrad, who are you talking about? Are you talking about Big Baby Miller? Who are you talking about? And Conrad Boxer said Boots is more than ready for a title fight. Yeah, Boots is a champion now. He's the email champion as everybody's saying. But yeah, they stripped Terrence Crawford and Boots. So Boots has a belt now. So my question is now that Boots has a belt, will it be easier for him to get fights now since he's a champion now? Will it be easier for him to get fights? Like I said, he is a power puncher. He was the first one to stop Ramon Veal. So I'm just curious. I'm curious what happens with Boots, career moving forward, especially for next year. Because I was at Boots' last fight against Ramon Veal. I've seen Boots fight live 3 times now. I've seen Boots fight twice live last year. Against Ramon Veal and against the Karen dude, the Ukrainian dude. Boots didn't get a stoppage in that fight. They went to decision, but the Karen dude, he was basically in survival mode all the time. So it's hard for Boots to, get a knockout over a guy that's in survival mode. But at the same time, we needed to see Boots go the distance. You know what I mean? Because now that we've seen that, maybe some guys will be like, okay, if he can't stop this guy, then I know he can't stop me. I can get in there and take his best shots. You know what I mean? Conrad Boxer says, Wilder, do I think his confidence is gone after he got? I would say yes. I would say yes, and I would say no. I say yes because Wilder was stopped by Fury in the second fight, and it was bad. It was very bad. You know what I mean? His ear was bleeding. He definitely lost that fight to Tyson Fury, the rematch. So, he changed trainers. He came out with all the excuses. His trainer spiked his water. His suit was too heavy. He had every excuse in the book. He changed trainers, and he gets Malik Scott, and then he gets knocked out in the trilogy. So, not only was he stopped once, he was stopped, twice by the same guy. You know what I'm saying? So those fights with Tyson Fury, I think definitely changed a lot, definitely took his confidence. But like I said, definitely took a lot out of him for sure. Because like I said, he's 38 now. He only had one fight in a year. So I think, but yeah, at the end of the day, I do think those wars with Tyson Fury definitely took a lot out of him. And we got to keep in mind that Tyson Fury came in heavy for the second fight, and he was heavy for the third fight. So to take shots from a big guy like that, and get stopped on your feet and get stopped in the trilogy, and he was knocked down a few times by Fury in those fights. So I think that definitely took a lot out of him, man. Conrad Botson says it depends on what Bud does. Yes, it's tricky, man, because of course we were supposed to get the rematch. We didn't get any dates. We didn't get any dates on that. We have no idea what's going on with this Spence and Crawford stuff. Showtime boxing just ended. So most likely if they do have the rematch, it's going to be on Amazon Prime, but we haven't heard anything as far as, Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. We don't have a date for the rematch, but yeah, man, I'm really interested to see who Boots fights next. If it's going to be in Atlantic City, New Jersey, I'm definitely going to pull up. As his last fight was in Atlantic City, New Jersey. So I'm definitely wondering who's going to be next for Boots. And we also got to keep in mind that he has a belt now. So I'm definitely looking forward to what's going to happen. But like I said, man, I hope it's a Keith Thurman. I hope it's a Stay on this, and I hope it's a Speedy Rashidi. And if he can't get those guys, then only will I entertain a Robert Ghost Guerrero fight. But like I said, that's easy work for him and an easy bag for him. But I'm sure his team don't want to go in that direction unless they can't get in any other fights. Um, Conrad Boxer says maybe Bud goes after Charlo at 154 pounds. That's good. And are you talking about Mel? Correct? You talking about Mel? And Conrad, I was just talking about Mel's domestic situation. Did you hear about Jamel recently going to jail over a domestic situation with his wife? And then there's an audio clip about him bragging and boasting about it. So I think that's worse because we didn't actually see him do it, but the fact that there's a clip out about him bragging on it makes him look bad. But yeah, Far as Bud, of course, I would like to see him fight, fight Jamel at 154. I don't have a problem with that fight, but I still rather see Jamel fight Tim Zhu, at 154. That was a fight that we was originally supposed to get, but of course, Mel injured his hand, and he ended up fighting Canelo, and then he got one of the belts. He got stripped for one of the belts. So I still want to see that fight between Tim Zhu versus Jamel. But I've been hearing and I've been reading that Tim Zhu could possibly be fighting Erison Lubin in March. And I think that's an easy. I wouldn't say easy, but I think that's a winnable fight for Tim Zhu. He's been on a mission. He's been on a mission. He stopped Tony Harrison. He stopped. I think the dude was I forget what the dude's name. The same dude that Spence stopped with a body shot, and then he just beat Brian Mendoza. So Tim Zhu's been on a pretty good run, man. So I wouldn't mind seeing him and Lubin in March. And then if he gets past Lubin, then hopefully we could get Jamel versus Tim Zhu like later on in 2024. But yeah, we just got to see how this all plays out for next year, man. It's a lot of interesting fights, that I'm looking forward to. Definitely looking forward to where Jamal goes as well. Both brothers. They've been taking a lot of heat. Lately. Jamel's taking the heat for this domestic situation. With his wife, and Maul's been taking the heat from being smacked by Caleb Plant. So it's sad, man. The Charlo brothers, man, they going through it, man. But like I said, Maul, hats off to him, getting the victory against Jose Benavides, even though he still didn't look 100%. So I may stay on to cover the main event. Looks like Otto Wallin is coming out now. And a Conrad. So since Parker won, is Wilder and AJ still a go? Is it still a go? That's like I said, I haven't been listening because I'm tuning in on here, so I haven't been listening to what Wilder said to Chris Mannix. I haven't been listening to anything. I don't know what's being said now by the commentators, but this we still gotta get this fight out the way between AJ and Wilder. So let's just say AJ wins. What happens between Wilder and AJ since Wilder took a loss tonight? That's a question I got. Conrad Boxer says, good points about the Charlos. Yeah, man. I said them Charlos they've definitely been taking some heat, man, with Jamal with the slap and Mel with the domestic. So them Charlos been in the headlines, man. Conrad Boston says, got to switch to the AJ fight now. We'll talk later. All right, yeah, for sure, man. We've been rapping a lot off camera. So who shout out to Conrad Boston, man? Thank you for tuning in, man. Been busy in the comment section for sure, man. Appreciate you. And everybody that's tuned in, how did this fight go between AJ and Otto Wallin? Does Wallin win by decision? Does AJ win by decision? Does AJ get a stoppage? Does Otto Wallin get a stoppage? Man, this is an interesting fight. I was picking AJ to win, but I've said that Wallin can present some serious problems for AJ. And you know, in my head, I kind of feel AJ is actually happy that Joseph Parker beat Wilder. Honestly, let's be 100. This is just my opinion. I don't think AJ really wanted to get in there in the ring with Wilder. I don't think he did. But now the fact that Wilder has lost again, I think AJ is happy about that, and his confidence definitely shot through the roof. Conrad Boxer says, hard to tell if anyone puts on enough money now to make Wilder and AJ happen. That's true. That's true. Because no, this fight is in Saudi Arabia, and you know they've been putting on a lot of big fights recently, and most likely a fight of this magnitude would definitely have to be in Saudi Arabia. You know they're putting all the money behind it, so yeah, it's definitely hard to tell what's going to happen now. I don't know, man. And like I said, we still gotta get this fight out the way first. Scotty 70 says, I liked AJ to get a stoppage here. Yeah, Anthony Joshua, you know, he's coming off 2 wins. You know, he beat Jermaine Franklin earlier this year. You know, he had Derek James at his corner, and then he got a stoppage over Robert Helenius. And we also can't forget that Helenius tested positive for PEDs. So, you know, he went into that fight, you know, trying to cheat and trying to have an advantage, but AJ still got the stoppage. So with AJ having 2 wins, you know, beating Jermaine Franklin, getting a stoppage over Helenius, I'm sure his confidence is high going into this fight. Now I did think they say he doesn't have Jared James in his train. I think they say he went back to his original coach for this fight. Yeah, so Joshua does not have Derek James in his corner. And Joshua does have the power. Joshua does have the power to hurt Otto Wallin. We've seen what he did to Helenius despite him being on PEDs. But I want to see the Anthony Joshua that has the dog in him. You know, the Anthony Joshua that was dropped by Klitschko, got up and stopped Klitschko. I want to see the Anthony Joshua, you know, that showed that dog in the dominant Brazil fight. That's the Anthony Joshua that I'm looking for. This is the last fight on the card. So we had a lot of stoppages. We had a lot of first round stoppages. And I'll also add this. I'll add this too. Big Baby Miller was stopped for the first time. So I think AJ's confidence is really, really through the roof now because Big Baby, even though he had a fight with Dubois, Big Baby was still doing a lot of trash talking to Anthony Joshua. You know, so I'm sure that Joshua is 100% happy that, you know, Big Baby lost, and I'm sure he's happy that Wilder really lost. So I think his confidence is high. You know, like I said, he's coming off 2 wins. He's coming off a stoppage against Robert Helenius. So I think his confidence is definitely sky high right now. Scotty 70 says no, he's with Ferry's old coach Ben Davison for this fight. Yeah. I seen him and everything. I just couldn't remember what his name was. Yeah, thanks for clearing that up though, man. You know, Otto Wallin, I interviewed Travis Kaufman this year, and you know, Travis Kaufman was stopped by Otto Wallin, Well, who shout out to Kaufman, man? Who shout out to Kaufman for taking that interview with me? That was probably one of the longest interviews I've done, probably about an hour. And Kaufman was telling me, he just had so many injuries throughout his career. In that Otto Wallin fight, he had like bad shoulders and everything in that fight, so he just couldn't continue. So yeah, Otto Wallin's definitely a good opponent. Like I said, he gave Fury one hell of a fight. Fury had like probably one of the baddest cuts I ever seen. But Scotty, what did you think about the card like overall? Like, did you have a chance to like see a lot of the undercard fights? Like I said, I think it was bad matchmaking because we had so many first round stoppages in the fight. But Dmitry Bivov, he looked awesome. Don't get me wrong, Dmitry Bivov looked awesome. He doesn't have pop like that. I felt he could have stopped the guy, Arthur, but he just doesn't have pop like that. So Dmitry Bivov, his fight went the distance. Wilder and Joseph Parker went the distance, and then Daniel Dubois versus Big Baby Miller, that was just on the verge of going the distance. But Daniel Dubois came out with a stoppage like the last 10 seconds of the fight. So, hats off to him. But yeah, today, man, it's just been a lot of stoppages on this card. So at the end of the day, man, the day of reckoning, it's been a good day of boxing, man. Scotty 70 says fantastic card. Apart from Herkovich versus Dumore. Yeah, man, that was terrible. That was terrible, man. Dumore came out looking ready, looking like a tough guy, but he went down, man. That was terrible, man. That was bad matchmaking. But yeah, shout out to Herkovich, man. I think Herkovich is a major player, in this division. He's tall. He's got I know he's in his 20s. I'm not sure how old he is, but he's in his 20s. But a lot of people felt that he lost to Big Bang Zhang. I didn't never see that fight, so I can't really speak on that. So yeah, Anthony Joshua, Otto Wallin, round one is starting. Uh, Joshua come out. Joshua's looking confident. Joshua jabbing, nice shot to the body. It's like a fill out round. Jab by Anthony Joshua. Yeah, these are big guys, man. Definitely big guys. Jab to the body by Anthony Joshua. Joshua with a hook, but he missed. Jab by Joshua. Otto Wallin is definitely showing that he's here to fight, though. He's standing right in front of Joshua. He's not backing down. So I think we got a good fight on our hands. Wallin with a nice 1-2. Yeah, Scotty, man, I'm definitely working on some more interviews, man. So stay tuned. Definitely working on interviews behind the scene, man. It's a lot of them that I've been trying to get, but unfortunately, like the difference of schedules just make things a little complicated. But yeah, definitely still working on interviews. Should be doing one within the next few days. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to land it, but me and the fighter are in talks. We are in the works of making something happen. But a lot of times, things happen, man. Training comes up. These fighters, they got busy lives too. So I'm definitely, trying to make the interviews happen. So definitely stay tuned for that. Scotty 70 said Herkovich is 31, I believe. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how old he was. I just thought he was like in his 20s. Yeah, and so I just got another text that people are saying that Water is mentioning that he may be done. Like, is that true? Like, is Water talking about retirement? I know I think it was Conrad Boxing here earlier that saying that Chris Mannix asked Water about retirement. So like, and people are touched me that. So like, could this be the end for Water? And does that mean we're not going to get him and AJ in March? I mean, he's lost. So I may not stay on for this whole live though. I may not stay on for the whole fight. But again, man, I appreciate everybody rocking with me. For the Wilder and Joseph Parker fight. But we are in round 2 for Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin, the main event on the zone. Ooh, Wallin with a nice 1-2. Ooh, nice shot to the body by Anthony Joshua. Ooh, nice clean jab by Anthony Joshua. Another jab to the body by Anthony Joshua. Waddle counter with a straight right hand. Ooh, nice shot to the body by Anthony Joshua, followed by a big hook. Jab landed clean by Otto Wallin. Yeah, Scotty 70 says no audio on the zone stream, just a sign saying apologies for audio issues. I see that as well. I see that on the screen as well. And now it just went away. So I'm not sure if it's fixed or not. But yeah, I just saw that too. Both guys are countering each other good in this fight. Like AJ would throw a punch, Wilder would counter, and Wilder would throw a punch, and AJ would counter. So a lot of countering in round 2. Big shot thrown to the body by Anthony Joshua, but he missed. Nice jab landed by Anthony Joshua. Ooh. Wilder threw a shot, Anthony Joshua counter. So definitely a lot of countering in round 2. Nice 1-2 by Anthony Joshua. And it looks like Otto Wallin, it looks like his nose is bleeding. Nice shot to the body by Anthony Joshua. And Scotty, I just got a text saying the same thing from some guy saying that there's no sound. So I don't think it's fixed then. Ooh, big hook thrown by Anthony Joshua. So got a lot of texts. Somebody just messaged me and said Water is cheeks now. Scotty70 says embarrassing for the zone on the main event of a hugely expensive car. I was going to say that too. Thank you for actually saying that, because now I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I think that's kind of unprofessional on your part, but this is the zone. I've seen a lot of mistakes that PBC made, in the past, like, and this was just in recent cars. It was actually the fight with Benavides and Demetrius Andre. When David Benavides fought Demetrius Andre, they actually had a picture of Jose Benavides up there instead of David Benavides versus Demetrius Andre. And then in one of the fights, I believe it was Jamal versus Jose Benavides. It was a 10-round fight, but they had that it was a 12-round fight. So, yeah, sometimes these cards make mistakes, man. PBC in the zone, sometimes they make mistakes, but yeah, I think that's kind of unprofessional, for such a big card like this, and being the main event that they have an audio issue, because I just got a text about it too, no sound. So Scotty, yeah, I think that's kind of unprofessional on their part, especially to be the main event. So I'm assuming like the it doesn't say that about the audio issues now. It's not on the screen, so I was assuming that it's fixed. But is it not fixed, Scotty? Ooh, nice straight right hand landed clean by Anthony Joshua. Like I said, it looks like Waddle's nose is bleeding. Both guys are definitely doing a lot of countering in this round as well. It's like they're waiting for the other to throw so they can counter. Joshua landing the clean jab. Otto Wallin followed back with a jab to the body. Ooh, big left hook thrown by Anthony Joshua had Waddle stumbling just a bit. Nice clean jab landed by Anthony Joshua. Jab to the body by Anthony Joshua. Wallow followed back with a 1-2. Nothing really landed. Yeah, it looks like Otto Wallin. Looks like he's bleeding under the eye too. It could just be the blood from his nose, but I'm not sure. But it looks like Otto Wallin's got some blood under his eye. Anthony Joshua, nice jab to the body. Ooh, both guys countering each other. Hey Scotty, a guy just texted me. He said maybe that's why the pay-per-view was cheap, because they're having audio issues. But if you had the Zone app, I think it was actually cheaper. If you had the app. But if you didn't have the app, I think it costs a little more, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Scotty70 said it's not fixed and the sign is still on the screen. Okay, I don't see it on my screen. That's why I asked. And I'm tuned in on here, so I don't have the volume up anyway. But it showed Anthony Joshua landed big body shot in that round. Nice shot to the body. Yeah, and I just got a text saying that Wilder has been inactive too long, and that's what I said earlier, man. I said it over and over. Only one round in 12 months is bad, man. Like if he had fought Robert Helenius and went the distance, I think he wouldn't have been as rusty. But only having not even 1-4 round and then going in there with Parker, who's fought over and over this year, that's just wasn't good. So like I was talking with someone earlier, and they said like the whole card was actually poor matchmaking. But at the end of the day, I think the fans enjoy it. It wasn't a very expensive pay-per-view. So at the end of the day, I think the fans won. I think everybody is displeased with just happened in the last fight with Parker winning. But at the end of the day, this is like an early Christmas gift. So I can't complain. I'm cool with it. We are in round 4. Uh, I'm seeing Big Baby's doing a lot of trash talking on social media. Like the fact that he lost, he can't talk a lot of trash. But I just read a post by Big Baby saying that he didn't quit. Yeah, he didn't quit. The ref stopped the fight, but Big Baby's talked a lot of trash lately. To Daniel Dubois, and he's talked trash to AJ. But he can't talk a lot of trash now that he's been stopped. Like I said, he was 330 something pounds. He's not on PDs, obviously, and he being that big, it's hard to go a full 12 rounds with him being in his mid 30s. So, like I said, I don't think Big Baby Miller is a player in the division now. Big hook thrown by Anthony Joshua. Both guys still countering this round. Nice left hook thrown by AJ, followed by a shot to the body. Nice big right hook landed by Anthony Joshua. It looks like AJ's confident, and Wallin's like he's fighting like he's not confident in himself. Like I said, his nose is bleeding. He's got some blood under the eye. He's got a cut on his nose. So Otto Wallin's fighting like it's a lot of pressure on him, and Joshua is fighting confident. Yeah, so Otto Wallin's got a cut under his eye, and he's got a cut on his nose. All right, let me get in the comment. Let me see this replay. Yeah, so both guys are doing a lot of good countering in this fight. It's like AJ would throw a shot, Waddle countered him, and then AJ comes back with his own counter. Scotty70 says Waddle had no game plan and Parker had a great one, but I think Waddle got old overnight. It happens. Yeah, like I said, man, he's 38. He's 38. And I just thought that right hand was going to land in that fight. Unfortunately, it didn't. And this is his third fighter he's went the distance with, including against Tavern and Tyson Fury. So it looks like that maybe that right hand power just might not be there now. Especially if he couldn't get Joseph Parker out of there, and Parker was stopped by an even slower fighter in Joe Joyce. So Anthony Joshua, and Otto Wallin, they some big guys, man. Ooh, nice strike right hand landed clean by Anthony Joshua. Jab to the body by Joshua. Wallin tried to follow up with a counter. Ooh, nice 1-2 by Anthony Joshua. I like what Josh was doing, man. He's pacing himself. You know what I'm saying? He's pacing himself. He's calm. He's confident. He's walking Wallow down. He's countering. So I like what Joshua's mindset is at. In the fight. Nice shot to the body by Anthony Joshua. Nice jab landed by Anthony Joshua. Waddle countered AJ. I might be having some streaming issues, but AJ's coming on. Looks like he's joining in for the kill. If you guys are still rocking with me, let me know. Scotty, if you still in here, put a 1 in the comment section. Looks like AJ's trying to finish off Wallin. It looks like I might have some connection issues, but if you can hear me, just drop a 1 in the comment section. Wow, this is definitely a round for AJ. Otto Wallin almost went down. All right. Scotty said 1. Okay, so we good. We good. If Anthony Joshua can keep up this pace, I think we can get a stoppage. But yeah, Otto Wallin definitely stumbled. Looked like he was going to go down, but ooh, big shot to the body by AJ at the end of that round. I can see Wallin's corner stopping it too, because like I said, like his body language is showing like he don't want it that much, and his face is showing it too. So if AJ can keep up, this pace, I think we could definitely get a stoppage, or maybe Walden's corner throwing in the towel or stop it in between rounds. But we'll see as the fight plays out. Is it over? Did I miss something? Oh, they stopped it. Wow. I just said it. I said it as soon as I said it, the fight was over. I just looked up and seen Anthony Joshua is tapping everybody out the ring and talking to people out the ring. I was like, wow, yeah. Otto Wallin, his body language, from what I seen in that last round, his body language was showing he didn't want it. Like I said, his face was bruised. He had a cut on the nose, a cut under the eye. And the way he was looking, sitting in between rounds, I just said it before it happened. I said I could see his corner stopping, and they did. Yeah, so AJ was just talking, reaching out the ring, talking to Chris Eubank. So wow, I did not expect this. So as the co-main event, Deontay Wilder loses a decision to Joseph Parker, and at the main event, Anthony Joshua stops Otto Wallin. So around the board, I think it was a decent card. I do think it was some bad matchmaking, considering how so many fights were ended in the first round by stoppage. But at the end of the day, I think the fans won. This was this was a heavyweight war, a lot of heavyweights on the card. It was in Saudi Arabia. Um, good promotion. So at the end of the day, I'm cool with it. This was like a early Christmas gift. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm cool with it all across the board. So I think boxing fans definitely won tonight. Scotty 70 says, wow, yeah, wow. Wow, for sure. Wow. Wow. Yep. Wow. 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 And I kind of, Scotty, man, I thank you for rocking with me. I kind of wasn't sure if I was actually going to go live, but I kind of glad I did. I was glued to the TV all day. I said, let me just go ahead and go live. This is like, this is a good card. One of the last cards of the year. We still got Inouye. We do got Inouye next Tuesday or Wednesday, I think. So we still got the Inouye fight. I'm definitely not going to be able to catch that because that's like I said, that's on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and I have to work that day, and that fight is going to be real early in the morning. So I may miss that fight, but yeah, this was definitely like an early Christmas gift. And again, I think the fans won. Amir Khan's in the ring talking with Anthony Joshua. Yeah, so we got a lot of stoppages on this card. You know, we had a few fights that went the distance. Like I said, Parker went the distance with Deontay Wilder, and Dimitri Bivol went the distance against Arthur. So we had some, distance fights. Then we had a lot of stoppages, man. Frank Sanchez got a stoppage. Uh, Daniel Dubois got a stoppage. Herkovich got a stoppage. Matt Mudov got stopped. So we had a lot of stoppages tonight, man. And Anthony Joshua, stops Otto Wallin. So at the end of the day, I think the fans won. Scotty 70 says 6:50 a.m. now here. Card started at midnight. Thanks for the live and have a great Christmas. Salute to you, Scotty 70, man. Appreciate your support. Appreciate your support. Like I said, man, definitely working on an interview. So definitely stay tuned for that, man. I think the next one's going to be a good one. Merry Christmas to you too, man. And everybody that tuned in, man, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, all that. I don't know if I'm going to go live again before the New Year's up. So, yeah, I'm just going to say it right now while I'm on. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Appreciate everybody that's rocked with me. Appreciate Lavelle Jackson. Again, if you're not subscribed to Last Ones at the Bar, definitely go over to YouTube. Type in Last Ones at the Bar and definitely subscribe to that channel. Salute to my boxing nephew, Chris G. Tuning in. Salute to Aquib. Tuning in, being busy in the comment section. And salute to Scotty 70 and salute to Conrad Boxing. Salute to all you guys for rocking with me, man. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and end it. I definitely didn't think I was going to cover the co-main and the main event, but, I'm happily I went with it. And, like, for all the people that's new to here, definitely hit that like button and definitely subscribe to the channel, man. Appreciate you guys. Now, and I would say this too. Now that the fights happen, now I kind of give AJ a shot to beat Wilder. And like me and Chris G were talking about this off camera. Chris G was saying, the odds for AJ and Wilder were very close. I didn't think it should have been close because I just felt that if Anthony Joshua gets clipped by Wilder, it's night. And, if he gets up, then he's going to be on shaky legs or Wilder are going for the kill. But how the fights went tonight, Wilder losing and then AJ getting a stoppage, that kind of changes my thoughts, if the fight still does happen. If we still get the fight on March 9th, I'm not 100% sure, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder wins easily. Yes, he still has that power, but I'm not sure if he wins now. Just based on, the fights tonight. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and close this one out. This was a solo one, probably one of my longest solo episodes I've done. Almost 2 hours strong, So again, man, I appreciate everybody that's tuned in. Who shout out to G5 Jeff TV, definitely putting in that work. Definitely putting that work over there again. So subscribe to G5 Jeff TV. And who shout out to everybody that's rocked with me, man. Like I said, man, this was an awesome card. I think it was some bad matchmaking, but at the end of the day, I think the fans won. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this one. Again, for everybody that's new in here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this one. Like I said, we got the Inouye fight to look forward to. Unfortunately, I'm gonna miss that one. Yeah, but you guys know where I'm at, man. I'm on TikTok as the Legend 3347. I'm on Instagram, same name, the Legend 3347. I'm on Facebook as Todd Finney. Stay tuned for more interviews. Stay tuned for more episodes. And you guys just witnessed the 39th live coverage and watch along on the In This Corner podcast, man. I'm out. I'll see you guys again soon. Peace.